us, we have nutritionist Tracy Bush. We love having her on the show. And as always, she has brought along some delicious looking treats. She's going to be sharing 2 fabulous recipes with us today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I love being here as always.
Well, we love you and we love the great food that you bring in. This stuff looks fantastic. Talk with us a little bit about what you've brought in today.
Well, I try to make things simple, as you know.
Yes.
Even though I understand that everybody has to eat healthy, and I try to jam-pack and hide protein and veggies and everything, I feel it's important to stay realistic and understand that people have activities and children and lives. So I brought some simple recipes that anybody can do with just a few ingredients, and they're healthy, and like I said, hidden ingredients to kind of shock your family there. But the top one is very easy. It's a burrito supreme pie, and it's really one of those things where if you have leftovers, everything is great in a pie for some reason.
Just stick it in a pie crust, you're good to go.
Yep. It's just layered ground beef or ground turkey or whatever, and I snuck some pureed spinach in there with some refried beans. Layer of quinoa, which is a really great high protein. Diced tomatoes, homemade guacamole. You are done. All you have to do is slice it and serve it out. And the bottom one, of course, because everybody has a sweet tooth, I know I do.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of doing just a typical chocolate pie, I decided, where can I get my protein again? So I decided to use avocado. We love avocado. And it's an avocado chocolate crunch pie. It's got avocado, it's got some coconut oil in there, it's got a combination of almond, chia, and rice milk in there, so it's dairy-free also. And you just whip it up and serve it out.
Well, both of these look delicious, and you can make a meal off of this right here. You've
Yep.
got your main course and then your dessert.
And they smell incredible too. I can smell it from here. It smells so good.
Thank you.
We wish you guys could smell these. They really do smell great. So talk with us a little bit about what inspired you to make both of these recipes.
Well, I love to use allergy-friendly products, as you know. One of the great companies that I use often is Wholly Wholesome. They do have different varieties, and as always, of course, they do make other products as well. So depending on your allergies, I do suggest you check labels always, check ingredients. But they do offer vegan options. They have gluten-free options. They have organic options. There seems to be a dry run on gluten-free pie crusts for some reason because I'm having trouble finding them, which is great. People are using them.
Right.
But I love to try to think outside of the box, and it's National Pie Month next month, but I thought, well, everybody has pie, and we have the chocolate pie, but what else can I do as a meal, just to put it together? So I tried to, like I said, incorporate some healthy things into something that can be served easily.
Fantastic.
Talk to us a little bit about what National Pie Month is.
Well, it's just really probably one of those silly traditions we decided to put together to eat more. But it's just a way to enjoy another part of our heritage and food. And, everybody loves pie. I mean, what's not to love when you walk into someone's house and you smell something cooking? So.
Absolutely.
National Pie Day is in the month of March. And that was always pretty exciting in school because we'd always bring in pies for math class. It's a great thing.
Yep.
Why not? Now talk with us a little bit about this specific pie crust that you used and why it's so important.
Well, it's important because with my family and many other families, we try to use items that are not highly processed. A lot of all of Wholly Wholesome's items are kosher. Okay. They don't have artificial flavors or additives or anything like that. They don't have the high trans fats that you find in a lot of the other pie crusts. So even if you can't spend the time to make your own pie crust, at least you're using something that has great ingredients and it's reputable, and you don't have to worry about those horrible other ingredients.
Perfect. See, I love to cook, but I'm never this creative. I have to have a recipe in front of me, and I can follow steps, but just to come up with it off the top of my head like this is incredible.
Well, it's honestly very simple, and I will be posting them later on my Facebook page. If you don't have Facebook, it'll also show up on my website. So, I mean, honestly, it's so simple, and you can make it ahead of time and have it, you come home from your activities with your kids, boom, dinner's done, dessert is done, all you have to do is serve it.
That is my kind of food.
Exactly. Now, talk with us a little bit about knowing what's okay to pair together and what's not okay. I would never think to put chocolate and avocado together, but now that I hear it, it sounds great. But how do you come up with that and know that it's going to turn out okay?
Sometimes they don't. I mean, I've had a lot of recipes where, and I have to say my husband's always been good and has never said, "Oh, this is disgusting." He just eats it.
Eats it and smiles.
But it's trial and error, and you know, there's nothing wrong with trying different flavors. You never know until you try. You know, I will look at a recipe and I'll say, okay, well, if we can't have eggs or milk or other things, what can I have? What can I substitute? What's gonna, you know, the avocado came out of, well, it's really thick and fudgy when it gets cold, you know, so can I use that as an item? And I just wing it. I mean, like I said, a lot of times it doesn't come out, but eventually you get in the swing of things and you figure out what goes with other things, and it's just like any other cooking when you're growing up. You have to learn how to make recipes from scratch. You have to learn, you know, the smells and the taste and what goes together.
Right.
So it's sort of like a trial and error kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know that every time I cook something new, my husband smells his food. It drives
I
me
do too.
insane. Stuff. So, but I think this is great because we're all on a busy schedule, and you've got to kind of just decide what goes with what, and it's sort of like a trial and error kind of thing. And look, I mean, you throw it together and dinner.
Absolutely.
How easy is that?
Now, the real test is, do the kids like it? If your kids tried these items?
Actually, these are two new recipes, not the burrito pie, but the chocolate avocado pie is a new recipe. And I'm actually saving this for tonight to try. We did try the filling. That was awesome. It really was awesome. It was addictive. We are big lovers of burritos at my house. You know, again, great way to hide veggies and protein. But the kids, I will say, my daughter is a little bit better at trying things. My son is 12 and he is picky, but every once in a while he surprises me and he's like, this is really good. But I mean, all children go through phases where they like things and don't like things, and you know, as long as I can sneak things in where he will eat, then I'm happy.
Right. Now, any tips for parents who may be dealing with a picky eater? I know I was a very picky eater as a child, so props to my parents for sticking with me.
I have noticed that, especially with my son, a lot of times what will help is if he is helping prepare things, if we go to the store and I say, okay, pick something that you want to try. You know, and even if he hesitates, I'm like, well, just pick something. You know, we'll take it home. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you have tried it. And a lot of times if he's helping me chop things up or prepare things, that makes him more tempted to try an item. And again, hiding things in the foods that he will eat. You know, if he wants to eat pasta 5 times during the week, which hopefully he wouldn't, you know, hide the things in all the ingredients in the things that he will eat. You know, I mean, I've hidden vegetables in things like cookies and muffins and pancakes, and I mean, he didn't know for the longest time. So.
Fantastic. Well, as always, you've shared some great recipes with us today. Now, remind us your website if people want to check out the recipes.
Oh, sure. It's allergyfoods.com. Also on Facebook under Nutrimom Food Allergy Liaison. So, you know, all are welcome if you have food allergies or not. I like to post different kinds of things, recipes, products, great allergy-friendly products like Wholly Wholesome. But I also add a touch of humor as well because everybody has to laugh. It's important to laugh. So.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming in to talk with us, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.